Okay. Yo, look at these eyes. Ugh. Oh, they're blinking! Okay.
Like shadows on the snow.
That is a sound. I got it.
A regretful sabotage?
I got this.
Eldir's inheritance. Chief librarian.
Greetings, visitor.
Hi.
This is the scriptorium.
Okay.
If you seek the Temple of Revelation, you will find it to the north.
We came for answers, not directions. Are you the abomination in charge here?
You seem to have misplaced your eyes.
Much of what can be found here better remains unseen. Sight is unnecessary for the work of the halls obscured.
Why do you think I'm going to the Temple of Revelation?
Because you must. It is entry and exit.
Mind answering a few questions?
Ask what you seek.
Everyone's preoccupied.
The scriptorium was recently breached by one of the subjects from the collections. There is nothing to be concerned about, but it might impact the demeanors of those present here. How else might I help you?
Was it a masked wizard?
Perhaps. If the wizard has procured a mask for himself, did you encounter him?
I did. Can you tell me more about him?
I'm afraid not.
Oh, thanks.
The individual in question's record has been expunged. He no longer exists.
Postinago, it doesn't work that way. Records, ledgers, all of this is just scribbles, an expression, not the thing itself.
You know what Mora was trying to accomplish?
I'm afraid that I did not ask her. She was working at the Trephine. She respects our work, so the Oracle allows her limited access to the archives and scriptorium. They have established an accord.
You hear this? Never trust an Archmage. They will conspire with anyone or anything if it serves their interests.
Who is the Oracle?
The Oracle of Wal. They manage the halls in the name of he who sees and is not seen.
Can I speak to him?
If the Oracle wishes to commune with you, they will do so.
Are you in charge?
Of the scriptorium, in a manner of speaking. Of the halls obscured? No. That would be the Oracle.
You seem like the person to ask about the halls obscured.
I will provide what answers I can.
What do you do?
We record what occurs within the halls, whereas the wings contain those things redacted from the world above. The scriptorium keeps the history of the halls themselves.
So much has happened down here that ought to be forgotten. So much has happened up there that's worth remembering.
What can you tell me about the archives?
The archives contain the sum whole of the historical record of Aora, both the original drafts and the edits.
Take care that you do not confuse the two. I have my doubts about the quality of a blind librarian's record-keeping.
Further, they contain a number of unusual and interesting artifacts. I believe that we are in possession of one of the warrior Riona's boots.
Okay. What's the purpose of the collections?
The collections store those individuals and creatures determined to be detrimental to Aora and the work of the gods. Rather than allow the redacted materials to go to waste, we revise and anthologize, occasionally releasing amended texts.
Is this the center of the Hand Occult?
A womb, perhaps, but not the fetus. The Hand Occult no more possesses a center than Well does.
Even their organization has tentacles. No matter how many limbs we cut, there is always something unspeakable to grow in its place.
How long has Mora been coming here?
Decades. I would have to consult the records to provide a more precise answer. Her interest lay in the arcane applications of the Titan. The Oracle has determined that her studies benefit Well.
This Oracle would not have approved of Maura unless she had something to exploit.
How else might I help you?
Stuff on the walls, I assume that's connected to the body of Weil?
The Titan rests beneath the facility. Its ties to the halls obscured have grown extensive over time.
Isn't it a huge secret? Why are you telling me?
Whatever your opinion of yourself, you pose no grave threat to Well's work.
Oh. Well, I mean, you're not wrong, but...
And what we have here?
Everything shook. How long have I been down here? Too long and long enough. That's not occurred before. Now things move in the darkness. Things watch. Something change. Oh. Oh. All right, we're back here. Whoa.
I didn't touch anything. Did you?
Nope. Nope.
Consider it done.
Press the panels. Nope. Bang on it. Nope. Breathe heavily on it. Nope. Step away. What's this? Place Memoirs of Heldir on the lectern. Okay. Oh, whoa. Ooh. Okay. Okay. We did a thing.
Hey. Would I trust you?
Surely someone else is better suited to the task.
Cool. Nice shirt. Oh, thank you. Is the hand born here? Is this the truest form, or has the womb gone cancerous?
Sorry, friend. I can't.
Okay, so it looks like the other lamps are probably whatever this is, which we don't know how to open yet. Incinerator. Interesting. All right, let's head out, and I'm guessing we'll find a way back in later. Let's see.
Isn't this?
And there it goes. Pogging championship
Well,
feels
that's always
bad.
a promising sign.
We are not finished here, Tane. Do you understand? The imps report you've taken care of the fungal infestation in the archives. That's one less concern on my
Candor.
mind. Have you made any headway in locating our wayward archmage?
She's dead.
Damn it. She was a brilliant wizard, but always so reckless with her life. I wish... Well, I pray she grows wiser on her next turn about the wheel. How could this have happened?
She was murdered by a man in a mask and robes, another wizard by the looks of him.
Maura always did have something of a knack for making enemies. He's yet another concern for us to keep in mind, then.
While you were on Maura's trail, we've learned a bit more about our unusual environs.
Certainly not from exploring them himself. How much can he learn from the lobby?
A finger of the hand occult has kept this place going with a skeleton crew of librarians, archivists, and muscle. But they aren't the ones controlling the body. Something else is running the halls obscured independently, and doing a decent job of it.
Your definition of what constitutes decency is dubious at best.
Well, these halls are more lively than most of the abandoned sanctums I've visited.
Fair. The archives aren't exactly empty. There's a horde of eyeless librarians tending the stacks.
Something here is invested in maintaining old projects. Whoever they are, they haven't seen fit to show their face.
Stay on task, Tane. Regardless of how interesting this sanctum's keepers may be, we must deal with Wal's body first.
I've learned what I can from the archives next to the collections.
Given Maura's proclivities, your best option is likely to be...
Lingrath continues to speak, but you lose her words in a sudden rush of essence. The energy tears your attention towards a disturbance in the center of the antechamber. Anyone else feel this?
Give me a real.
As you approach the pool, an unpleasant weight grows in the pit of your stomach. It feels like the moment the floor gives out beneath you, just before the plunge, but somehow suspended in time. A sensation like static electricity tingles across your skin. A whirling vortex of essence twists within the pool. It does not stir the water around it in the slightest. Langrath and Tane watch you from afar, the latter's expression bright with undisguised curiosity. Langrath's countenance, on the other hand, remains characteristically guarded.
Examine the vortex.
Its cold, dusky energy feels somehow familiar, but you're unable to identify it.
Reach out to the
Or
anomaly.
what might be causing it. It reaches back towards you, tendrils of soul energy interlacing with the prodding edges of your own spirit. The coils of essence tighten, grasping at your soul, pulling at you as you've pulled the souls of others. Your vision blurs as the in-between leaks into your perception of the here. The walls, the pool, everything of the Temple of Revelation runs like water, sloughing away and melting into the empty blackness of the in-between. Not quite empty, no. The fleshy, undulating tendrils of the body of Wal remain, almost aglow in the darkness.
Challenge.
Hey, bearded ghost. Oh. Oh. Okay. Look at this. The entity's presence presses against the edge of your mind, of your soul, resolving into a soundless voice in the back of your head.
You see, but are also seen, as is your trespass.
This is the Oracle of Whale.
You think you can see us?
Oh god, are we gonna fight this stuff? Oh god.
Oh, this is new.
Do not listen to this walking nightmare. It is an illusion baiting us to lunge at shadows.
Oh god.
Servant of the god of nothing real, dragged us into the realm of nothing real.
True.
What are you, interloper?
Interloper! Oh wow. I'm co-watcher of Cade Nua.
Obviously.
You asked!
That is not the knowledge we seek. You intrude upon the resting place of Wal and soil these collections with your filthy fingers.
I wash my hands.
We would know. Are you one more wizard in pursuit of unearned power? Or something other?
I am the Herald of Bareth.
Death's touch finds no welcome in these halls.
Tell it to Maura, you witless pawn.
Sina narrows her eyes. The Oracle mirrors her expression before shifting its focus back to you.
Thus far you have respected these halls, but your trespass remains unwelcome.
Okay.
We can no more allow you access to the body than we can the redacted Archmage.
Redacted.
You should leave this place, while you remain cognizant of the option.
access the body the masked mage is trying to get into Weil?
It will not be allowed. We've restricted access to the body.
What exactly is this place? What is its purpose?
Such answers as you seek would damn you, and cost you more besides.
Cognizant of the option. What is that supposed to mean?
These halls will consume you, body, soul, and history alike. They will cleanse you. Farewell, interloper.
Okay. Hey, Smexy.
You okay there? Looking a little rough around the edges.
I think I just met the one who's running this place.
I suppose I should have expected Weil would leave something behind to guard this place. For now, you must investigate the collections. So long as a rogue mage runs loose in this place, Aora remains in grave danger.
Why is your ignorant farmer winking at me?
Psst. Hey, you got a moment? Hey, you. Glad we finally get a chance to talk.
Hey,
one-on-one. Away from the rest of the rabble.
I can hear you, Tane. I'm right here.
It's good that we're on the same page with all of this. You know, Wow and his great big body.
Nod discreetly.
I just knew we'd get along like slippers and robes, you and me. Between the two of us, I did a little exploring of my own before you showed up. You haven't been to the collections yet, have you? It's just down that way. You'll hate it. There's a bunch of different people trapped in there. Lots of kith in some kind of stupor. I think they've been here a long time.
Did it occur to you they might be locked up for a reason?
What gives you the impression that this place operates on reason? The prisoners, it's like this place tore out everything that made them them and left a bunch of statues behind. Except statues don't usually shamble around and cry. Take this. It's a spell that should wake the prisoners up again. Just make sure you read it somewhere they'll all hear it.
Huh. Like a stage?
Use your imagination. Head west out of this fine antechamber and the collections are right down the stairs. Can't miss it.
What exactly does your spell do?
Let me try and put it in terms we both understand. This place has a way of unplugging people's heads and letting the memory stuff drain out. All that stuff kind of blends together. The memory of someone's first kiss gets stuck to the memory of the price of hagfish. My spell gathers the memory stuff into kith-sized chunks and stuffs them back into people's heads. No one leaves with the same memories they came in with, but at least everyone gets an equal slice.
Wait a second, so none of the people, they'll all be crazy. They'll be absolutely batshit crazy.
Could I, maybe get a copy of that spell? I have some friends in the Brass Citadel who might be interested in some light mind control. I'll even split the finder's fee.
Tane wants us all to be as mad as he is.
Sorry if I got a little technical there.
Doesn't giving people random memories seem irresponsible?
Of course not. See, a brain needs memories like a sewer needs waste. Without the waste, it's all just tunnels.
Okay.
Give it a little time and these prisoners will be their old selves again, just with some extra fun. Maybe someone will wake up and realize they can play the harpsichord or speak Valian. Wouldn't that be a nice surprise, huh? I hope you can do some good down there. I hate to see so many people without a single good idea between them, you know? Like the Deerwood.
Deerwood has plenty of fine ideas. Most involving fire and things you can set on fire.
This guy right here. What a sport.
What do you know about Will's body?
If there was a day in Wizard College when they talked about god bodies, I might have slept through it. Based on what we've seen, I'd say Maura used this place to nail down her tentacle spells. Lucky her, there's tons of inspiration here.
You really want to awaken him?
What? The prospect of sending a mountain of eyes and tentacles to wrestle Aethys isn't enticing enough for you? Wouldn't it be boring to let a body like that molder and rot? I think we can do better. I think Aora deserves better. Even if it knocks over a castle or two, I think the fun will justify the cost.
Says a wizard who clearly ain't ever had a castle.
Right? The Hand of the Occult manages the halls obscured, correct?
I'd be surprised if most of the Hand even knows that this place exists. They want the world to think they write travel guides and circulate pamphlets of local history. It gets shady when you read past the margins. Things don't always add up. Not even the Hand could tell you which facts they edited for convenience's sake, which ones they spelled out, and which ones they spelled wrong. And this could be where it all happens.
How do we separate facts from the Hand's version of facts?
That is a head-scratcher. I suppose the solution is to be skeptical. You have to ask yourself, how much do you trust anything in a book? Does a story become more true because someone paused to write it down? I should really charge for discourse this engaging.
Postenago, you couldn't pay me to listen.
What do you think of the Hand, Lingrath?
Some speak of the Hand Occult as hyper-competent masters of four-dimensional Hazatoa, when they know of them at all. In truth, the Hand's operations are haphazard and ill-executed. We know they exist because they inevitably leave evidence of their work wherever they go. That they succeed in spite of themselves is hardly evidence of the Hand's competence.
Any experience with the Hand Occult, Console Hot?
Amateurs. Time and again, their agents showed up at my doorstep and wormed their way into my confidence, hoping to sabotage my research. I sent them home with bags of their own teeth, as a parting reminder that my time is precious and my patience thin.
Wow, what's their objective?
If they ever had one, you can bet they've changed it a dozen times over the years.
Hey, Timothy.
Anyone who wants to control information on that scale wants to engineer society. Whatever they plan on doing with that power, you can bet they'll lose control over it in the end. You don't keep something like a society constrained to just one vision. Ask away. You know me, I'm an open book with plenty of pictures.
How'd you become an Archmage?
My father donated to all the best colleges. I earned a couple of free degrees until I found something I was actually good at. I owe a lot to my father, including an apology. He always said he wanted an Archmage in the family. Kinda backfired when I dropped the surname.
Oh.
It's just Tane now. Hi.
Hi. You're not as academic as your colleagues.
Thank you! Wait, that was a compliment, right? I know I don't fit in with the rest of those book learners, but I've got it where it counts. Thinking is a big waste of time when you've got raw, unvarnished instinct on your side. If I worried about research, safety, or ethics, I never would have cast the first chaotic orb. You do know about my chaotic orb, right? That's my spell. It was really popular when I got it into circulation.
You're familiar with this spell, aren't you, Fascina? Sina?
Ah, it is the highlight of my grimoire. Are we done petting his ego yet?
Oh, good. I was concerned for a second there. I worked really hard on that orb. First time I ever applied myself. Once wizards started using it all over the world, there was all this talk and fanfare. Have you seen this thing? Look at it go! Those were good times. These days, no one asks if I'm that Tane anymore. They don't tell you in Wizard College that achievement can seem downright underwhelming.
Any thoughts about your colleagues in the circle?
Bet you didn't know that Consulhot has a sweet tooth. He only gets cranky when his candy dish is low on the good stuff.
Nice.
This indignity will not go unanswered.
Protect the assets. That was a Vithrak brain. Ooh. Ooh.
What do we have?
Nice. The enclosures. Want this damn headache to go away. Blarg. Talk to Lengrath? Talk to Lengrath. Okay. Good call. Hey, yay, Siri, how are you? Hola, amigo. ¿Cómo estás?
Now we may speak with something like privacy. Tane has asked something of you.
Wants me to free the prisoners.
And you accepted. How terribly large-hearted of you.
I did. Why do you care?
What Tane asks of you appears a mercy, but it's only a selfish attempt to bolster his reputation.
Oh my.
He's a devious child who delights in making the rest of us clean up his messes.
Sounds fun.
Many of the poor souls held captive here have been so for decades. Anyone they knew is likely dead, their old lives gone. To return them to the world with nothing.
Hey,
is a
Prody, absolutely,
cruelty.
buddy. Thanks. Poto with the 25 months. Thank you, Poto.
The gods only know what havoc these broken people will wreak with the information Tane intends to give them. Lay their souls to rest. Return them to the wheel.
You want me to kill them? That's a bit extreme.
All things die. Death is the keystone of the natural order. It's no more extreme than birth. Another chance at life through death is a far greater mercy than relegation to suffering through a dull shade of the lives they once knew. Is it not mercy to let an abused soul move on to a better existence, one free of the memory of the suffering they survived here?
You gotta talk around it that much. Maybe it ain't worth talking about.
She paints a pretty picture from this cozy vantage, but of course you'll be the one pulling the trigger. You sure you're ready to help so many innocent victims move on from this life, Captain?
That should be their choice to make, not yours.
It would have been had the librarians here not robbed them of that agency. But they did. And there are none now who will grant them mercy.
I'll consider it.
But we...
Kill them all, Duskspeaker. Let the gods sort the rest.
That's all I ask. This scroll will aid you. You need only read the incantation scribed upon it, preferably in a place where all may hear it. Their deaths will be swift and painless.
Damn, a mass murder scroll. Okay. That's a thing. We could get the next Drake and have a more powerful summon. Probably think we should do that one. Shodaron, I wish, buddy. MK7 guy with the 1 year. Thank you for that, man. Myrmidoc says, give this to your second favorite mod. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, Myrmidoc. Thank you. Quick summoning would also be good. Why not both? We can only pick one. We can pick one next turn, though. Or next, excuse me, next level. Pain's Chaotic Orb. There it is. Wall of Draining. I think I'll do this one just because she has Conjuration. Okay.
What do you need?
Uh-huh.